ago, about 10 years or less ago, entitled Germ Warfare. And in this particular publication, in the table of contents, or when I opened it up, I saw that in chapter 5, it has a chapter entitled Possible Anti-Animal Biological Warfare Agents. And when I opened up the book on page 91, I saw where it said that it said it named one of the biowarfare weapons that they developed in the laboratory was the African swine fever virus. Now listen to what this says about the African swine fever virus, and you're going to see how it ties into our lecture and presentation here this afternoon. Now listen to this. It says that African swine fever virus, it said this virus, African swine fever, also known as warthog disease, and East African swine fever, is a highly contagious and excessively acute disease of domestic swine. It is characterized, now listen to the symptoms very, very closely, very carefully. It says the symptoms is characterized by fever, pronounced hemorrhages of the lymphatic glands, the kidneys, etc. It says that it also goes on to say that when a hog gets African swine fever virus, that it gets purple blotches on the skin, which sounds very much like the disease that homosexuals get, or anyone that's contracted the AIDS virus. They get purple blotches on their skin. They develop swollen lymph nodes. They develop fever and pneumonia and many other diseases. One of the diseases that the swine develop when it is a carrier of African swine fever, brothers and sisters, it develops pneumonia. All right? And we're going to get into the cover. We're going to get into the cover surrounding that a little bit later. But we just basically want to deal with some basic information about the swine that most of you may not be familiar with. This is a book. Information I'm about to share with you right now comes from this book, Diseases of the Swine, which I again located in the old bookstore quite a while ago. This book is out of print right now. This is one of the reasons why I like to stay in old bookstores, brothers and sisters, because you can often find a lot of information in the older bookstores that you can't find in the newer bookstores. You know, a lot of good out-of-print books with a lot of information that's unavailable or has gone out of print. But in this book, Diseases of Swine, brothers and sisters, we have a list of the numerous diseases that this animal carries. For example, swine influenza, viral pneumonia, transmissible gastroenteritis. This is a page from the Schofield version of the Bible, in which they showed you in the Schofield, the original Schofield version of the Bible, that name Allah was the original name for the Creator. And when Ahmed Deedat began to expose this truth, in the next edition of the Schofield version of the Bible, they omitted or they changed it so that the word Allah was taken out, which is depicted in the footnotes right here. All right? Let's move right along. And we have to understand that whenever we use the term Allah, whenever the Muslim, don't let, you know, any you don't let yourself be insulted. You understand what I'm saying? By these Christians and these Hebrew Israelites, you know, who are going around talking about, you know, that when Muslims use the name Allah, they're talking about a moon god or a false god or a pagan god. No. The truth is out there if you would search for it. The Prophet Muhammad said that Muslims should seek knowledge from the cradle to the grave. That we should seek knowledge even if we have to go on to China. And in this book that I came across is written by a scholar of the Aramaic language, which is a sister language of Arabic and Hebrew, I think the author's name was Rocco Errico. He's a master